As 200 sides, Brittany Weiss reports the Workforce Commission has been very busy.
It's not your typical week at the unemployment office. People are working overtime to meet that demand.
On March 17th, Abby Breeden, a restaurant server in St. Francisville, applied for unemployment.
I needed it yesterday.
And since has been waiting for her benefits.
I can't get in touch with a person, and the one person I did told me she couldn't help me.
To handle the extra volume of site visits and phone calls, the Workforce Commission says it has added computer servers and increased call capacity. Calls are being answered and returned from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. during the week.
We strongly encourage everyone to file online.
Last week, the Louisiana Workforce Commission received 70,000 new claimants, compared to the usual 1,400 a week. Money is already being direct deposited or sent out in the form of a prepaid debit card, but some people, like Breeden, are still waiting.
I had enough for a little bit, but I'm counting on this.
It wasn't until yesterday that she learned she missed a step.
You have to go in to do your weekly certification.
Even though the governor has waived the requirement that involves applicants to continue to look for work, applicants must let the Workforce Commission know each week that they're still unemployed and not receiving compensation by updating their weekly certification.
It is a very short process, 5 minutes, and then that is how you continue to get the weekly benefits check.
There are others in the same boat as Breeden.
I just looking for some help.
Who are all navigating the unemployment process.
We were able to get Breeden the help she needed today as the Workforce Commission continues to answer those calls and emails, and the best way to navigate unemployment is apply online. Michael?
Thousands of Louisiana residents have filed for unemployment in the last month or so, and many of them still having trouble getting the funds available. Brittany Weiss has more on their frustration.
I've heard from dozens of people who tell me they have questions that can't be answered. It's preventing them from receiving their unemployment money.
I don't know what the deal is.
Like many others, Lance Apparato was laid off from his job.
I filed a claim and it's got denied or something.
That was 3 weeks ago, and ever since he's been trying to figure out why.
And whenever you gotta call this 866 number to get in touch with the unemployment office, but you call in the morning, you call in the evening, you can call all day long, and you just don't get to talk to you anymore.
The Louisiana Workforce Commission is no doubt swamped by calls and emails. Two on Your Side has sent inquiries which have taken some time to be returned. Secretary Ava and her team is so busy, she only had a couple minutes to speak with us.
Even with putting new people onto the call center, pulling from staff from throughout the agency and around the state, there are certain staff that once claims get more technical than asking just a few entry questions, those need to go to other people.
But people like Apparato can't afford to wait much longer for someone to address his concerns.
I ain't had a paycheck in almost a month.
While he's making those dollars he has stretch, he wishes better luck for others.
But I just hope everybody has better luck than me.
But it seems like many are in the same boat, posting in unemployment groups on Facebook. 2 hours on hold and get someone who's not capable of answering questions. Why don't they open another phone line? It's automated and keeps hanging up on me. 3.5 hours on hold just to drop the call.
I called the local office and they said they can't do anything for you. They can see the issue, but they can't do anything for you. So I said, well, how are you supposed to receive benefits if you can't talk to anyone?
Apparato says he's been calling 5 or 6 times a day and will continue to do so until someone is able to help.
It's very frustrating, and like I told my wife, I said, if I can't get any money in anytime soon, I don't know what we're going to do.
The Louisiana Workforce Commission says it's paid more than $25 million in state unemployment benefits this week alone. Michael?
The extra $600 weekly unemployment millions of Americans have been getting is expiring.
A tentative new deal has not been reached. Brittany Weiss reports.
There are a couple of proposals out there to extend the federal benefits, or at least a portion of the benefits, but the bill is still developing.
It's hard. It's very hard.
When Lorette Bell was laid off in March, she was thankful to have unemployment benefits.
It was helping me tremendously. I don't get that much food stamps, so it was helping me catch up on my bills. It was helping me feed my kids. It was helping me out a lot.
At the end of the week, states will stop paying out the $600 a week enhanced federal unemployment benefit. And with the end of those benefits looming, Belle worries about how she's going to put food on the table and keep a roof over her head.
I have 4 kids. It's hard since I'm not able to pay my rent.
We asked Louisiana Workforce Commission Secretary Ava Dejoie about it last week. Here's what she said.
Well, I think the thing to do now is to look for work. There are many, many employers that are advertising for jobs. We have job listings on our website. We're doing virtual job fairs. So now is the time to get back into the job market.
Some people, like Belle, say they've been looking for a job with little success.
Everywhere I did applications at Walmart, I did applications at Sam. I actually did applications at gas stations.
Last week, the number of laid-off Americans seeking unemployment benefits rose by 1.4 million, leaving people like Belle to wonder what happens if those benefits she's been receiving aren't renewed.
Well, we're looking for a job, but if no one's hiring and the coronavirus is still, is speeding up, it's not slowing down, jobs are closing back down. I don't understand what they want us to do or how they want us to do it.
Democrats want to extend the current bill. Republicans would seek to replace up to 70% of a jobless person's wages, but there's also discussion of another stimulus check. Michael?
Major sticker shock for people on unemployment. Some have received mail that says they owe back thousands of dollars. 2 on your sides, Brittany Weiss reports.
The letters say people have been overpaid and they have 15 days to make things right.
I have no idea what's going on. It's really terrifying.
For the last 6 months, thousands of Louisiana workers have relied on unemployment benefits to help pay their bills. Catherine Stevens is one of them.
I was working at the legislature. I was a temporary proofer.
She was laid off and became eligible for benefits in April after the Louisiana Workforce Commission received new wage information.
So that was such a relief because, yeah, like I said, I was able to keep up with my student loans and pay the bills I have without any stress.
Stevens continued to apply for work and even tucked a few dollars in her savings account.
Then last week, my payments just stopped. I didn't know why.
She sees online that there's been an overpayment to her claim,
which I know is something you don't want.
And Monday, she received these letters in the mail. They go into a bit more detail about that overpayment. $4,278 for unemployment insurance and $9,600 in federal pandemic unemployment compensation, which in Stevens' case is every dollar she's received since April.
They're essentially asking me for $14,000, and I have like 15 days to either pay it or appeal.
Turns out she's not alone. Others have posted about it in online discussion groups, wondering how they're going to pay back thousands of dollars in unemployment insurance. And like Stevens, they have questions.
And I can't even get anyone on the phone to find out if it's a glitch in the computer software. I have no idea.
Stevens says she's been reaching out to the Workforce Commission since last week and hasn't heard back.
The hardest part is just not having anyone respond. So I can't get any information from anyone about what the problem is.
It's frustration and fear that's no doubt being shared among many who opened their mail this week.
2 on your side also shares that frustration. We reached out to the Workforce Commission about this yesterday morning. They said they'd get back with us about it and never did.
The Louisiana Workforce Commission announced it had received a sharp increase in fraudulent claims.
As a result, halted all payments on new claims until they could be vetted. As 2 on your sides, Brittany Weiss reports, that's taking some time.
The process involves multiple forms of identification, whether they have to be uploaded, emailed, faxed. It's easy to get lost in the mix, and some people who have been waiting for benefit issues to be resolved are beyond frustrated.
Fraud is running rampant at unemployment offices across the country. Scammers taking benefits from people who need them. Chris DeFiore is one of thousands in Louisiana caught up in the mess.
$1,200 behind on my rent right now.
His unemployment claim was flagged for fraud weeks ago, and his benefits stopped. He's been asked to provide proof of identity.
I've done everything I could do. I've put my identification card, my driver's license, ID, and my social.
He's even taken a picture with his driver's license next to his face, but he's still waiting for those benefits.
I don't know. How do we get something done,
Since the start of the pandemic, the Louisiana Workforce Commission has had its hands full, but last month witnessed a drastic increase in unemployment insurance claims, 32,000. Since, it's been reviewing all new unemployment claims for validity, and it's taking time. 8,400 cases previously flagged for needing additional identification have been reviewed. Another 1,500 are awaiting staff review.
We are working diligently and quickly to get them their unemployment as soon as possible.
When you're dealing with the federal government?
But for many, it's not moving fast enough and can be discouraging.
I'm done fighting.
Fraud at the unemployment office has been around for a while.
That's how I knew there was an
Two on Your Side spoke with Drew Enland last month. Someone stole his identity in July and used it to apply for unemployment. He reported it, but learned later when he actually needed to apply for the benefits himself, the fraudulent claim was never investigated.
It's obvious that somebody was sleeping on the job at LWC.
Enland was wrapped up in proving his identity for weeks, while someone somewhere else had been enjoying benefits on his behalf.
A couple pieces of identification, which to me was quite ironic since I didn't need that on the front end, or the people that filed the claim on the front end didn't need it.
Enland finally received those benefits last month and was able to catch up on some bills.
There is no sense of urgency. There are thousands of people that require this benefit. They've paid for this benefit their entire lives. They owe it to the population.
Two on Your Side is still receiving inquiries from claimants who have been waiting for their benefits and sends each one of them to LWC for review. Defiore told me about an hour ago that after our conversation, his case has been resolved. Michael?